Hey everyone, in this video we are going to cover the topic of working with multiple UV sets in 3D Coat. Now it functions a bit differently than what you may be accustomed to if you're coming from an application like Mudbox or Mari, because they work exclusively with UV tiling. The approach is different, but the result is roughly the same. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's go to the UV room. And you can see that you have just a singular texture space, okay, 0 to 1, and that is it. There are no adjacent quadrants or anything like that. Okay, but that's not a problem. We have support now for importing and exporting of UV tiles. So in a follow-on video we will take a deeper look at that. So let's go ahead and cycle between our 3 UV maps here. Okay, one for piping, one for body, and for every UV set that you have, 3D Coat will make it visible so that there's no confusion. For example, if I want to move the head islands onto its own UV map, I can first go to the upper left hand corner here, and this drop list, select Add New UV Set. Now before I do that, I want to point out that if you want to rename a UV set, you can do that here. If you want to move islands, you do it through this little checklist here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new UV set, name it Head, and you can determine what size of the texture map you want. And this is not going to set the texture size for all your UV maps, just this individual one. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and shift select the portions that will cover the head. Once those are selected, I go to this drop list here and move it to the head UV set. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the head UV set, and I can manually move these, and since there are only 3 elements, I'll do that. Okay. Scale this one up. So in this case, I don't want to apply those changes. I'm just going to leave them alone, and until I hit apply UV set, they will not affect the UVs here in the paint workspace. Okay, and so I can cycle between the different ones. This one again is not created yet, so it's going to be blank. So only when I hit apply UV set will that occur. So as you can see, you have this 0 to 1 texture space here. You can turn on your wireframe, turn it off. You can paint with the wireframe on or off. You can examine your different maps, your specular, normals, or displacement and color. Okay, so I'll go back to color, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on over to 3ds Max and show the result of exporting through AppLink connections. Okay, so what I did here is I applied a mesh select and a separate UVW map to each one. For example, if I go down here, you can see I selected the body because I know that it's on its own UV set. Same thing if I go here, you can see how the different selections have their own UV map applied. Okay, nothing is selected. Just add a standard UV unwrap modifier. What you could do is step down to the edit poly level under the element subobject mode, and now go back up into your unwrap UV modifier, open it up, and just that map is exposed. So if I want to make some edits to this, I can do that, and then I could go back down, make my selection, to other elements like these, and do the same thing, go straight back up and edit it. So again, there are different approaches, and in a second video we'll take a look at working with UV tiles.